What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cracka. I really want to say welcome to Jackass, but I think that's taken. Trying to be a little low because it's like 5 in the morning, and my fiance, I don't want to wake her up. She'll come out here and hit me in the face with a broom, and there'll be lawsuits and also we don't want to get into that. This is going to be a very interesting video. It's going to be very, very truthful, so it might be a little different than what you're used to with my channel. Maybe you are used to it. Who knows? It's really not going to focus on comics too much, so if you want to see comic stuff, you might want to check the other episodes. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It all depends on how long it takes me to get my point across, which, who knows. But anyway, if you like my rant videos, you're going to love this one. You might want to go get yourself a beverage, a snack. I'll wait. I waited long enough. I'm wearing my Punisher hat again because my hair is crazy, but I'm also going to be shooting some truth your way, so I figured what better way than with the Punisher. It's also like over the top, you put it on, different persona. Also going to be drinking from the big red cup again, which shows I'm educated enough to put liquid in a cup, but it shows I still know how to party. This video, I want to make abundantly clear before I get into anything. It's not directed towards anybody, so I don't want to get any comments. You talk about me? No, I'm talking about you. Believe me, when I'm talking about you, you'll know. So relax. This video is hopefully meant to be helpful down the road, in the long run, I hope. But, if people take it the wrong way, I'm sorry. Take it as it is. I also want to apologize in advance for my language, because sometimes to get your point across, you gotta drop a few F-bombs. So if you got kids, which I know a lot of people do, you might want to kind of lower the volume, put the headphones in, and give them candy or whatever it is. But moving on. A couple of my friends have made it clear to me recently, a couple yesterday, a couple during the week, saying, hey, you know what, we watch your show, which I didn't know, but they watched it. And these are people that I've known, for a long time, through middle school, high school, till now. I still hang out with them, or I talk to them on Facebook, we're always in contact. And they're like, hey, we watch your show, we really like it. And I'm like, how come we didn't put any comments? Oh, we don't have our own YouTube channel. We're thinking about getting our own YouTube channel, but we're kind of iffy. And I'm like, why? What's the problem? Oh, well, we don't want to go on there and have people make fun of us and call us geeks and nerds, say we're too fat or ugly or bucktooth, or, leave, dislikes, or say our boobs aren't big enough for YouTube, stuff like that. And they say, how do you do it? How do I do it? Alright, let's get into this. Alright, round one. Nah. Like I said, it's going to be very truthful, somewhat personal, I guess, so sit back and enjoy. When you make a video on here, I've discussed it a couple times, but you're really putting yourself out there. You're leaving yourself open, you're making yourself vulnerable. Say like for like a comedian. A comedian goes on stage, does his set, sometimes you get people who aren't laughing at the jokes you thought they were funny, you get a heckler or something like that, gets off stage, what the hell am I going to do, nobody liked my stuff. There comes a point where you're like, you know what, screw it, this is what I want to do, I'm going to give it a shot, and hey, you go back the next day and everyone's laughing at your stuff, they liked it, so you never know until you actually try it. Me personally, like I said, when I first started making my videos, I looked at it, I was like, no one's going to watch this shit, no one's going to give a rat's ass when I think, or what I'm talking about, and I was lucky. This community is actually very, very cool. They welcomed me with open arms, they don't treat me like an outcast. Hey, they don't say, hey, like Spider-Man eats with his feet, that's not true. Or is it? But I've been very lucky with that, anyway, that people on here, they're really cool, they're not pricks, everyone's just very respectful about things, and so there's that. But you really do, like I said, you put yourself out there, like, when I make a video, I show a hole, or, say like Spider-Man, everybody on here knows I like Spider-Man, be like, I'm trying to complete my run on it, I just got this for a really good price, I really like the cover, I like the colors, I like this, I like that, I'm putting myself out there, I'm putting my opinion into these things. Does everybody like it? No, I don't expect you to. I don't expect everyone to like everything I do. If the world where everyone looked the same, or talked the same, or acted the same, or liked everything, it'd be a really boring place. And if everybody looked like me, it'd be really scary, and there'd be a lot of suicides. But anyway, like I was saying, you put yourself into the stuff. Me personally, I make the videos because I want to make them. I'm making this stuff. I'm talking about these things because I enjoy it. When I put out a video out there, it's because I chose to put it out there. Not because people say, hey, you know what, you should do this, you should do that. When people send me requests, I take it into advisement, like, hey, you know, could you do a video on your autographs? I don't know what you have. Could you show it to me? Oh, all right, cool, no problem. You know, you're respectful, I'm respectful. Go, you know, go from there. You know, sometimes people say, hey, you know, can you send me a video, show me a video of your Spider-Man collection? And if I've already done it, I'm like, hey, you know what, check out episode, you know, 36 of this, and you'll see it. But if I have upgraded my collection to the point where I'm like, it's totally different now, and I have the time to make a video, I have no problem doing it. But moving on. Also, like when you make a video, it is a lot easier when it's not live, obviously. You know, I'm in my apartment, you know, if you're making your video in your basement, your kitchen, your bathroom, DaCosta, it's easier. I mean, there's nobody other than the invisible people behind me, which we don't talk about them. But anyway, when you're, you know, live, it's different, you know, because obviously you're live. But with this, you can mess around with it. You can do as many takes as you want. I don't like that. Click it, you know, so on and so forth. Anyway, moving on. I was recently on the Legendary Collectibles live show, which I'm very happy they invited me. It was very cool. I had fun. Which one thing I want to mention too, Captain Cummings has invited me on his show a couple times, and I declined. It's not because I don't like your show. It's because I didn't have a freaking clue how to use the Google Plus and the Hangout, and now I do, so that's kind of good. And I really don't want to trip up your show. I'll be like, how do I do this? I don't do this right. And you're kind of like behind, and I'm like, oh, this guy's killing me. So if you invite me the next time, I'll be on it. I'll be on the show. That's how you kiss some ass. Anyway. Anyway, I was on Legendary Collectibles live show, and he pointed out a thing to me that I wasn't aware of. He's like, have you watched Mongo Stomptime 07's video lately? And I said, no, I haven't seen it yet. I was like, I didn't know he had it up. He's like, yeah, you know, he's thinking about not doing any more videos. I was like, wow, really? I was like, that's kind of crazy. So I went ahead and took a look at his video, and sure enough, it was on there. He's like, you know, I don't think I'm going to be doing much videos anymore, because apparently he's been getting a lot of, I guess, not hate mail, but I guess like hateful comments and stuff, people giving him shit. A lot of people, including myself, consider Mongo Stomptime 07 to be the cornerstone, the backbone of this community, which I totally agree with. If it wasn't for him, a lot of people I subscribe to on here and watch your videos, I wouldn't know you existed if it wasn't for him. A majority of people on here, they're like, you know, he would go on his video and say, hey, you know what, these people are really cool, check out their channel, you know, they're awesome, they're fun to talk to, you know, just check it out. And I would turn around and go look at it like, hey, you know what, this is a pretty cool channel, and you know, I'd subscribe, they'd watch my stuff, like it, subscribe. So a lot of people really should be thanking Mongo Stomptime 07 rather than give him shit and say, hey, you know what, I appreciate it, man, you hooked me up, you know, you got me a lot more views, you got me a lot of subscribers I didn't normally would have had. And this is directed towards Mongo Stomptime 07. I hope he's watching. If he's not, I'll find a way to contact him and make sure he watches this part. Dude, don't stop making videos because someone's giving you shit, because that's when they win. If you want to go out there and stop making videos because you don't want to do them anymore, because you're like, you know what, I've kind of had enough, I want a break, I'm going to take a little vacation from it, you know, let's call it a day, I'm going to watch videos, but I'm not going to make any, it's a different story. But if you're not doing them because somebody's giving you shit and giving you too many evil comments about stuff, they win. Then they turn around and say, hey, I got him off YouTube, he's not doing anything because I got him. No. No. I've said this to dozens of people whenever they have the same kind of thing, you know, going for them. When people give you shit, fuck them, screw them. Doesn't matter what they think. It only matters what you think. It's your channel. You do what you want on it. It's your experiences. It's your haul. It's your, you know, it's your video. You know, if you want to sit there and talk about your bulldog the entire time, by all means. I enjoy watching your stuff. I like watching your channel. I like watching your reviews. I like listening to the things. I like your girlfriend giving the thumbs up when she talks about Thor. You know, I like stuff like that. You got good music in the background. I don't like all the music you play in the background, but I don't mind, you know, half and half kind of is good, you know. Like I said, I'm being honest. I'm not going to tell you I like every one of your bands, because, you know, not every one of them I liked. But it's cool. I like your stuff. I enjoy watching your videos. And I really hope you don't decide not to do it just because some asshole decided to give you shit and say, hey, you know what, you know, I don't like your stuff. And, fuck you. like I said, personally with me, you don't like my stuff, don't watch me. Go watch cats chase a friggin' ball or something on here on YouTube. Don't watch my stuff. If you don't like it, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You don't matter to me. If you want to send me, people out there want to send me evil comments, I'm going to laugh my ass off because you're taking the time. You're wasting your own time to send me comments about me. Oh, you suck. You know, you're this, you're that. Okay, you got me. Woo, I'm going to unsubscribe to you. Woo, well, actually, haters wouldn't really subscribe to you to begin with, so let's delete that from the thing. But anyway, you get my drift. You get my point. People, sometimes people just suck. It's the way it is. Another crazy example, which, like I said, I don't want really people to get angry with this, but when the internet first came around, you know, when I was like high school, the end of middle school, dated, it was always DTA, man. Don't trust anybody. Because you don't know. You don't know how people really are. I do consider people on here that I subscribe to and I talk to regularly my friends. You know, you're not my enemies. I don't want to go against you. If I saw you at a convention, would I go over and say hi? Yeah. If I saw you in the street, would I say hi? Yeah. Like I said, if a convention, a comic book convention, I would definitely come up and say, hey, what's going on? You know, let's say Mongo Stomp 7. You know, hey, what's going on, dude? How you doing? What are you doing here? I'm getting comics. No shit, me too. Want to get a burger later? Yeah, no problem. You know, that's just the way I am. You know, it's not that I don't trust anybody, like I said. Not like anyone's invited me over for dinner or anything, which some people on here actually I do know and I do talk to a lot, and they do invite me over for dinner. You know who you are. Which I have fun. But, like for instance, like if I was in Texas for some strange reason, which who knows, I've never been to Texas, but I think R. Dowdy's from there. You know, if I was in the area and I'd send him a video or a message, hey, dude, I'm going to be in Texas, you know, your area, any cool places to go, I'm sure he would be like, hey, this is where you're going to go, this is where you check out, you know, maybe I'll meet you there. All right, cool, you know. It's not like he's going to say, hey, come on back over and stay at my house, you know, you want to sleep over? I'm like, no, not that I would decline. He seems like an alright dude. It's like, you know, you want to share my toothbrush? No. Well, it depends on what color it is, but no. You get the point. Anyway. People on here, like I said, with me, sometimes people ask me, is that really how you are? Yeah, what you see is what you get. The way I am on here is pretty much the way I am in general. It's just my personality. I like to talk about things. I like to talk in general. I like to make people laugh. I like to make sure people are having a good time. But, you know, you give me shit, I'm going to give you shit right back. And like I said, I personally don't give a rat's ass. If you don't like my stuff, like I said, don't watch it. But I'm not going to stop doing stuff because you told me to. Ain't happening. Moving on to some other things. One of my friends on here that I talk to all the time says, you know, you don't always leave comments on my video. You know, I very rarely put them up, but when I do, you don't leave any comments. Alright, get into this. On here, the people that I'm subscribed to, there's so many videos. I'm not Superman. I can't watch them all. I try. I really do try to watch everything, but sometimes I miss a few here and there. You know, for example, you know, like, oh, I gave you a shout out, you know, 3 weeks ago, you didn't say anything. Oh, I didn't see it. You know, trust me, if I see shout outs about me, I'll mention it, you know, on the video and stuff like that if I've seen it. But like I said, lately also on my video, for some reason, I don't always see the comments. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But anyway, I don't always leave comments because I'm trying to get through everyone's things. I'm not trying to rush through them. I'm trying to enjoy them. But there's so many videos, sometimes I just don't have the time to just, you know, put comments. And sometimes I don't have a comment. I just don't. I'm not like a dancing monkey. And I'm like, hey, yeah, this comment. So it doesn't always happen. But, you know, be thankful when it does. Anyway, moving on. Same thing with shout-outs. Shout-outs, man. I get people like, oh, you gave that guy a shout-out. You didn't give me a shout-out. What the hell, man? I thought we were friends. Let me make this clear, too. Shout-outs are rough. There's so many people to talk about on here. Like, it just, a lot of times when I do any kind of a shout-out on a video, it's usually because I just got a comment from them or a message, or I just recently watched a video and I'll make a shout-out to somebody. I'll say, hey, you know what? Check this out. But most of the time, I don't do the shout-outs all that often, because if you had shout-outs all the time, what would be the point of the shout-out? You know, if every day's a sunny day, what's a sunny day? You know, so that's one of the reasons why I really don't do a lot of shout-outs either, because, not because I don't want to, And the people I do mention, it's not because you're better than somebody else. It's, again, because I just either watched your video or I got a comment from you or a message, and I'm like, oh, hey, Hippies Collectible said that, I'll give him a shout out, something like that. But again, if I did it all the time, what would be the point? That's why when I made that shout out video, I made sure everybody knew that I, respect everybody on here. I said, hey, you know what, these guys are cool. That's why I made them all personal. I talked about everybody. I'm like, hey, R Dowdy 95, he's a cool guy. He helped me out with my my Hangout Live thing and talked about Mylars and directed me to a video that he did about Mylar, Hippies Collectible, same thing, like, this is where you get cheap Mylar, this is that, this is how you do this, and it's cool, but, again, I don't want people to think that I'm being a prick, and I'm like, this guy's better than you are, because it's not true. Just everybody on here, like I said, is very, very cool people, and the community is very respectful towards everybody else, and, like I said, I looked out, I found a really cool community, and we are kind of like a tight-knit group in a way. Our daddy was just talking about it on one of his videos. See how that works? He was like, he tells everyone's his friends on here, and which is true. I get to see people my friends. But usually when one person's having a problem on here, it's everybody's problem. So, for future reference on anything in general, people that even don't subscribe to this and are watching this for a time, like I said, I hope it helps. Be respectful, man. Just be respectful of people. You get out of it, more out of it in the long run. It's just like I said, everyone's different. Everyone's got their opinions. Like King Joe, he's a really cool guy. He was saying, he likes everyone's videos, but sometimes he doesn't watch everything because it's usually the same new releases over and over again. Hey, that's his opinion. That's why a lot of times I throw in a lot of back issues too, not just to please him, but like, I got back issues. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I got new back issues. He's like, that's cool. I'm not doing it for him. I'm doing it for me. But I'm just saying, an example. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, don't do things to do them because people tell you to or not to. Do them because you like doing them. You like doing this stuff and going over it, like I do. And to my friends out there that are thinking about getting their YouTube channel, I say go for it. You really do have cool stuff. My one friend who I'm not gonna mention her name. She's a girl. Because I don't want to embarrass her, but she knows who she is. She really does have awesome comics. I mean, she has comics that I drool over. I'm like, oh my god, those things are awesome. Like, she's got the first Thanos, like Iron Man 55, which I used to have, and I sold it. She's got that. She's got the Green Goblin, first appearance, Amazing Spider-Man 14, Amazing Spider-Man number 4, the first Sandman. I'm like, oh my god. Just to name a few. I'm not going to get entirely all her stuff, but she's got cool stuff. And she really should make a video showing her comics, because she's got more than I do, which is, a lot of people have more than I do, but she does, and I think her boobs are big enough for YouTube, so it'll be alright. I'm going to get text after text, I know it, you son of a bitch. Trust me, they don't know who you are, so I can get away with it, so, but when you make a video, then they'll know who you are, then I'm going to be screwed, so, who knows. But anyway, I hope this video kind of helped out a little bit, at least, or maybe driven some points home, I hope. But one other thing I want people to remember, when you're out there in life in general, or you're on YouTube or whatever it is, and you say you have a bad day and you're looking for some fun stuff on YouTube, say, like I said, say your girlfriend dumped you or your boyfriend dumped you, or you got run over by a steamroller, you're having just really awful day, and you're like, I don't know if I want to do a video, or I don't know what I want to do today, or whatever it is. I want you to think about all that negative stuff that's in your life, like I said, all the stuff I mentioned, and just think about it, focus on it, and when you focus on it, come back to this episode, at this particular time, and look at the kitty. Yes, look at the kitty. Things will be better. See, he's just a fat orange cat. He is who he is. He's not trying to be anybody different. He does what he does. He's not looking for adventure. He's looking for food. Which I think he wants a fruit roll-up. Maybe some nerds. Maybe he wants to sip from the giant red cup. Who knows? But look at the kitty. And I hope this, go away kitty. I hope this video really did help, especially my friends that I was talking about. I hope Mongo Stomp Time 07 watched this. I hope it helped him out a little bit. Like I said, don't take no shit from nobody. Do things because you want to do them. And this is a long enough video as it is, and I've gone over quite a few things. If you like this video, which most people might not, hit the like button. Leave your comments by all means. If you really like this video, subscribe. Check out Mongo Stomp Tempo 7. One word. He really is a cool guy. And if it really wasn't for him, like I said before, if it wasn't for him, there's a lot of people in here I wouldn't even know existed. He kind of said, hey, check these guys out, they're cool. So, and to anyone who gives him shit, up yours. You don't know. You're missing out, man. You're missing out. Maybe you should stop hating shit and try to, like it. Or if you really don't like it, stop watching his video. Unless you're a stalker, and then hey, that's a different story. But anyway, it's not the size of your man cave that matters. It's what you have in it. Later.